We begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right. Welcome to the second review of the evening in Omensight. This is kind of a unique genre combination.
Yeah, you don't see many action murder, any games even like sold as action murder mysteries.
I'm like, and it comes to us from developer and publisher Spearhead Games. If you don't know that name, you probably know their work, The Banner Sagas. Fairly popular series of games there. And if you know what those games look like, you can see the aesthetic on display here. If you're looking at the video, the video footage, what have you, or some screenshots, if you have a way to access the aesthetic, it's very much their art design. Very strong art direction. Only it's in 3D, like full 3D, as opposed to like the Banner Saga, which, if I'm recalling correctly, are 2D games. Anyway, yeah. So honestly, this is more of an impressions thing than an actual review, because this is one of those games we only got one code for, and when that happens, we can be prone to problems. That's what happened here.
And this is another $20 game, so again, we couldn't all just dip in to do it when Adam was having technical problems.
Right. This is kind of why game reviews are dictated by how many codes we get. Because if we had to start paying for every game code for everyone, that would be astronomical expense very quickly. I mean, just think about $20 for 3 people, and go from there.
Especially on our budget or lack thereof.
Yeah. Even if we did have a budget, that budget would be eaten by these kind of expenses quickly. I know there are some outfits out there that, buy every game that they get a code for. I'm like, but those are usually one-man operations. Our review crew, that is a 4-man operation. That is we're kind of reliant. Like, if they only give us one code or 2 codes, that many people are playing.
And we'd love to be able to share a computer, but that would involve the budget to like get a place together somewhere and play video games full time, which,
Yeah, that's its own mess.
Yeah, that's an even higher budget.
Yeah. So, what I'm getting at here is this is one of the most unstable games I have played outside of an early access title in recent memory. I think I mentioned this game on Friday and compared it to the early access game Discord that we showcased then. It has about the same amount of stability for my computer. And, that's one of those things you get in PC gaming. Sometimes a game doesn't like your system for one reason or another. And I use a laptop. I've got integrated circuitry. Some games don't play well with that. The specific error message I was getting was there seemed to be some issue with the Unreal Engine or whatever. Which is a bit odd, because I can run Unreal Engine games no problem. Like City of Brass was one of them, and I had no issues there. But this game, it would keep crashing, stuttering, just and at one point I just got stuck. It would keep crashing in the same place. And when I went back to try a new campaign, it crashed three times more. So, like, the overall rating is an incomplete just for this business here. Like, I can't even say that these are technical issues baked into the game. If that were the case, I probably would have seen that online. You know, but it's also, I can't isolate the details of the problem because I was the only one who played this. And as far as what I did play, pretty interesting. The action is, I guess I describe it as Arkham Asylum light. That is to say, you are frequently surrounded by foes, and you've got to attack and flow the combat with the various foes at different points. You know, not so much block, but dodge roll is the hinging factor here. And you can upgrade your combat skills and your health and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, yeah, the murder mystery stuff is the most interesting, and I can't exactly say how it works because I did not get to the point where those were prominent.
Yeah,
but it's
you
also
said it was crashing pretty early on.
Yeah. I mean, I was starting to get into that. I had reached the end of the world, basically, and was starting to go back into time and investigate, like, the various characters who might be implicated in that. But, yeah, it's like... And also of note, you can adjust the gameplay to suit what you want. That is to say, if you want this to be a pure action game, you can do that. If you want this to be pure murder mystery, you can do that. And you can slide in, like, you can have the action stuff be heavier, you can have the murder mystery stuff be heavier. You know, and that lines up with multiple playthroughs. Let's see. The music is really excellent. If I could compare it to something, is like very Celtic feeling. A lot of chants, a lot of foresty music, instruments. If that makes any sense, like if you want to, I would recommend getting the soundtrack for this.
Which is one of the DLC that's available with it. It's the soundtrack, and then there's also an art book, which might also be worth it if you are into that kind of thing.
Yeah, well, once again, the art direction is really, really strong. Like, you know, this is definitely an indie developed title. Like, it looks it. Like, when you get in game, it looks fairly sparse because, you know, this was a game developed by a limited budget in like under a year. But this is the kind of game you're not really playing for its graphical fidelity. You're playing for its art direction. Yeah, the game is $20. I guess it's worth it. Once again, I can't really weigh in.
Yeah, this is kind of an incomplete review because the person who had the game couldn't get far enough to get to what ought to be the good part.
But it's like, we have deadlines, we have obligations to fulfill. You know, people give us these games and they expect a review out of it. So, I guess if I had to score this personally, 3.5 or 4. Yeah, it's getting a low score just because I can't ignore the technical hurdles.
But it would probably be better.
Yeah.
For anyone who can run it without any issues.
Yeah. So
yeah, this is definitely a look at PS4 version because that's more uniform.
Yeah, it's like, you're not gonna have the issues on the console that you. And yeah, from what I can see, it's only on the PlayStation 4 right now. So, and like, I'm not sure if you'll be able to get the extras, because it's got, the vanilla is $20. The bundle is $30, which you should buy, because if you want to buy the art book and the original soundtrack separately, those are $10 each. Unless you really don't want one of them, just go in for the bundle. You're basically getting one of those for free. So, yeah. This game is at least worth a look at. Just be wary if you go for the PC version on a laptop. And yeah, that's about all I got for this. Sorry. So when we come back after the break, let's see. I'm trying to remember which game, because they're kind of similar but kind of not. We're playing 1982 first, or we're reviewing 1982 first, followed by Echoes Plus. They're kind of a pair, but more on that after the break.